listening to the Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast with Tony D. Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast, your episodic dose of trivia covering all things video games and nerdy. Now, here's your host, Tony D.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Video Game Nerd Trivia Podcast. Today's Labor Day, or, whenever this episode's released. Don't know if you're listening to this on Labor Day, but, today's Labor Day for all intents and purposes. Today we're going to be doing a Minisode, and today's Minisode is actually focused on Labor Day trivia. So the way that Minisodes work is I'll ask you a question, give you 5 seconds of silence, and then tell you the answer, but there's only going to be 10 questions. Alright, let's play. Question 1. When is Labor Day in the United States? That would be the first Monday of September. Question 2. According to the United States Fair Labor Standards Act, federally, what is the minimum age of employment? That would be 14 years old. Of course, there's restrictions, but that is the official age according to the law. Question 3. Which group with members will.i.am and Fergie had a hit song called Labor Day, It's a Holiday? That's of course a Black Eyed Peas. Question 4. Which celebrity is known for playing Batman and Beetlejuice and was born on a Labor Day? That is Michael Keaton, born on September 5th, 1951. Question 5. Which actor, who had a resurgence with the John Wick series and Bill and Ted, was born also on a Labor Day? That would be Keanu Reeves on September 2nd, 1962. Question 6. What year did Labor Day become a federal holiday? It was also the same year that the International Olympics Committee was founded. That is 1894. Question 7. True or false? Labor Day was celebrated before there was a U.S. Department of Labor. That is true. The U.S. Department of Labor wasn't founded until March 1913. Question 8. What state was the first U.S. state to observe Labor Day as a holiday? It's also known as the Beaver State. That is Oregon. They observed it 7 years before it was passed by Congress. Question 9. Which president of the United States shares a first name with a Blue Sesame Street character and signed Labor Day into law? That is President Grover Cleveland. And question 10. Which state is the home of the American Labor Museum? This state is also home to the Albert Einstein House in Princeton. That would be New Jersey. Alright, hope you guys learned something today about Labor Day. Hope you're having a great Labor Day and having some barbecue with friends and, hanging out if you're actually celebrating that today. But, feel free to reach out to us and submit your suggestions. Thank you so much for listening. Please rate us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. But until next time, trivia on.